I have a lot of ghost experiences, but I chose this story for my first entry because it's the one that leaves me curious and scared the most. I welcome suggestions and questions since I'm not a very good storyteller and I'm not very good at describing either. And also, I apologize for the very long post. I suppose it started one summer afternoon in 2016. I was sitting in the living room watching TV when I felt like I'm being watched. I looked to my right where the window was, and I saw a black shadow in the shape of a man looking at me. It didn't have any features, but I just know it was looking at me. I can clearly see the shape of its head, shoulders and torso. I stared at it for about 2 seconds in disbelief before it glided sideways. Not too far from the window, on the same wall, was a glass door leading to the backyard. I was waiting for it to reappear on the glass door since it's in the same direction where the shadow was heading, but I didn't see it pass by. After a while of no show, I decided to go to the backyard to investigate the possible causes of the shadow, but it was a clear sunny sky. We didn't have trees or plants to cast a shadow like that. I stood on the exact area where it was standing and looked into the house on the same window, when I realized that the backyard ground is mid-thigh lower than the living room floor. Which means that only the shoulders and head of an average-sized person should be seen from the inside of the house. About 3 months later, while I'm sleeping, I woke up to this feeling where my body couldn't move. I felt heavy and extremely weak. I had sleep paralysis before, and it always freaked me out, so I managed to gather enough strength to open my eyes and look around to prove to myself that there's nothing there. I didn't see anything unusual, so I tried to pacify myself and go back to sleep. Not much later, I felt my blanket being carefully pulled down. I didn't pay attention to it as I'm feeling very sleepy, and I just tucked the end of the blanket under my feet, hoping that whatever it is would stop. Just when I'm about to fall back to sleep, I felt I'm being pulled towards the foot of my bed. My closet is located at the foot of my bed. I didn't feel any hand that gripped my leg, but I just felt the sensation of being pulled. I got annoyed, so I opened my eyes to see what was going on, and I saw my closet door wide open. I usually leave it closed, and I saw 3 gangly humanoid black things. They're not exactly a shadow, more like slightly taller, bigger versions of Smeagol from Lost, except they're solid black in color. I didn't see any facial features, but they seemed to be startled that I woke up. I think they're trying to move me while I'm asleep. Somehow, I didn't feel scared. I have nothing but WTF in my mind. For what seemed like an eternity, we just stared at each other and see what the other would do next. I can see one of them at the foot of my bed. I'm assuming he's the one pulling me, one inside the closet, which for some reason is completely empty of my things, and the other in the corner of the closet. There's a light at the bottom corner of the closet, and I'm under the impression that it is an entrance somewhere that goes down. They didn't feel like negative beings, but I still don't want them to bring me anywhere. So with all my might, I stood up to grab my Bible, and they hurriedly ran inside the closet and shut the door. Didn't hear or see them in a while. Side note, my bedroom window looks over to the backyard. Half a year later, after showering, I closed my closet doors so that I could hang my towel on the knobs to dry. Then I got dressed and went to sleep. I dreamed that night that a woman was inviting me to do some activity, go with her somewhere. I can't remember which it is, but somehow I had a gut feeling that I shouldn't accept her invitation. I politely declined and expressed that I shouldn't go, do something without knowing what it is. After declining her and my dream, I woke up to find a woman with bushy hair and long dress standing beside my bed just by my head. She was just pure black, darker than my unlit room, like the 3 Smeagols I saw. Once again, my body is unable to move. Upon realizing that I was awake looking at her, she said, "Well, that's why you have to come with me." And she motioned her hand to point to the closet. My closet door, on her signal, opened slightly. I didn't wait for it to completely open. I just started praying in my head, closed my eyes until I fell asleep. After reviewing these events over and over, it seemed to me that the 3 Smeagols were asked to take me but failed, so this woman tried the second time with a different tactic. Questions running in my head are, why me? What's inside the closet? If I went down where the light was, what's there? What are they? Thank you for reading my story. Any information is appreciated.